You know, I think it's funny because I could have overrun and just kept going and then briefly ended because I don't really want to play anymore tonight because I've got work in a bit. I have work in 2 hours, so I'm just going to go for another hour. That treasure chest needs to come off the map, man. I've missed it. A new hat. Yeah, no, because this one does frost explosions. A new amulet. The amulet, Charlie. We said we didn't want to use that. And a new ring. Oh, I need to turn my hat back on, actually, in my gear. No, hide helmet in cutscenes. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna run behind this giant statue of a paragon. If this thing fucking talks to me, I'm gonna squeal.
Thank you for leading her here, Star God. They call me the Oracle.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Yes, she is.
Who were you?
I know you. Don't I?
Once I was Volta, as you were Lace, then Scout,
It is Shape of Volta.
and now something else.
All this. Is this what I am?
She's one with the stone.
Am I like you?
I cannot tell you what you are. Look within.
I told you it'd be Shape
And
of Volta.
Remember when the earth was alive and the Titans walked the land. In one voice they sang a chorus of creation and of connection.
Oh man.
Isatunal. The song.
When the Titans fell, we awoke, but the melody was already lost.
Mind blown.
The dwarves.
We were always just shattered fragments of a greater whole.
The stone sense. My magic. It's Titan magic. But why? Why did this happen? Why do I remember Isatunal? What happened to the Titans?
Solas. Solas, right?
There's something else here. It's found you.
Boss fight against a bunch of robots. Iron construct.
What have you done?
I didn't do anything! Don't just stand there!
So it's called Wrath of the Stone?
Deep stalkers. That construct probably riled up the wildlife.
Watch the teeth!
I'm not. Can you... Oh my god, I'm getting my ass kicked.
Whatever you say.
Careful, on your left. Watch out, on your right.
Ow, ow, ow.
Coming at range. Nice moves.
You've got trouble on your left. Harding doesn't seem too fond of you.
Why does everyone think this is my fault?
Oh my god. Ow. Can I just say ow for a second?
Get out of there.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm getting my ass kicked. Can you sunder him?
Ready again.
The fact that
As you say.
where'd he go? He's got
On your left.
Wrath of the Stone. Hey, friend. There a particular reason why you did that to me? Good buddy. Scout's Compassion. +8. Very interesting. Let's talk to Shape of Altar again. Wow.
Everyone alive?
Did you feel it? Fury. Such fury. And with you as its mark.
Me? But why?
We can take them because you're powerful.
Your new magic. It could be seen as a threat.
There are horrors in the depths. They have awakened to you now. Look within for your answers. And beware.
No, wait! I have more questions.
Huh.
She does that. Riddles, riddles, riddles. Oh, I'm a rock.
But those weren't answers. She gave me nothing. Come back. Make her come back.
Harding.
Ugh. It's all right. I'm all right. Sorry. We're done. Let's just get out of here.
Well, that was a whole bunch of everything. Why does the stone not like her controlling the stone?
Oh, hey.
That oracle was intense.
You've had a lot to deal with lately. Rock magic, the Oracle.
We barely learned anything. And why was I attacked? Maybe you were right to feel uneasy about all this. I just wish I knew what to do.
Keep safe, focus on the job. Just keep safe.
No matter what, we'll make sure you're safe.
How?
We watch out for you and prepare for a fight.
You think it'll be a fight?
When is it not?
Maybe there's nothing to do now, but wait and see. And thanks, by the way, for tolerating my change, despite your feelings on it.
Harding is anxious to
I
convince
just
you
hope
her
I
new
get
magic
more
isn't
answers
dangerous.
soon.
Yeah, she's weirded out. And
Harding left the Oracle Sanctum disappointed.
I don't care, dude. I don't trust it.
Maybe she'd expected too much. Maybe there were no answers to be had. Seething with questions, she forgot the Oracle's dire warning. But far below the surface, something was moving. Determined to be seen, and fighting to be remembered.
Oh dear. This game's gonna end on to be continued again. I fucking hate it when games do that. Quest complete. The Waiting Stone. Stalgard brought Harding to the mysterious Oracle, who also has a connection to the Titans, the predecessors of the Dwarves. However, the meeting was interrupted by a sinister force the Oracle now believes now hunts Harding. To Rook and Harding. New missive available. Irilyn said she'd get this to you. I just wanted to thank you both for coming to my aid in Arlathan Forest. I got separated from my crew and took a tumble into a ravine, injured my leg, and only barely managed to drag myself to that small ruin for shelter. When you found me, I'd been lying there for over 2 days. The vultures were starting to gather. I know I'd be dead now if you hadn't found me. Harding, I hope you find the answers you seek about your stone magic. I hope it helps to know that your abilities saved at least one life, mine. Verin of the Veil Jumpers. Okay. That I wasn't actually expecting to speak to Shaper Volta, but yes. Harding's notes the Oracle. Shaper Volta joined with a Titan, and now the Kalsharok dwarves call her the Oracle, and she talks to them by possessing a stone figure. Needed to write it down. It feels unbelievable. Thoughts. Does the Oracle's physical self still exist somewhere? Does she pass her consciousness through the stone? Or is she just a stone figure that sometimes wakes up? Can she move rock too? Why won't she give me straight answers? How's the connection to the Titan changed how she experiences the world? Is that why she communicates strangely? There are moments where I feel like time is different, or that space is different. Will I end up talking in riddles too? Why does no one know what happened to the Titans? How loudly can I scream without everyone hearing me? Well, Cole told us what happened to the Titans in the last game. Solas killed them, didn't he? Or he did something to them. On the fall of Kalsharok, the nobles who told me about the plan to seal the deep roads were advised to keep the news to themselves to avoid a panic, but gossip trickled down to the commons as the high houses made preparations to flee. Informed by rumour, those with means sought their own escape. Less than 100 of the thousands who inhabited the Tig made it through the deep roads before the tunnels collapsed. In the following days, we confronted ourselves and each other, struggled against our own monstrosity before the first Darkspawn ever arrived at Kalsharok. Excerpt from A History of Kalsharok by Dura, Steward of Memories. This makes it seem like the Darkspawn weren't the worst of it. Harding. Yeah. I have got a skill point. We are going into burst magic, are we not? Traumatized. Take down damage, plus 15%. I'm just going all into burst. I don't know what specialization to snag. I don't particularly care at the moment. Okay. Nev has a new staff. It's not as good. She still doesn't have a keepsake. No. Harding has a new coat. Spelunker's gear +7. And 2 points. That is heavy draw. Detonates overwhelmed. Shred. Physical. So we're going with shred, isn't it? Yeah. Applies sundered. Sundered effectiveness +10%. Sundered duration +50%. Spontaneous shred. Yeah. And Emmerich has something. He has a ring. Mournful band. Rare trinket +1 revival charges. Like how Tasha's level 4 companion, just here. I don't know, man. Does anyone want to talk? Regrets of the Dread Wolf. Find a way to use the wolf statuette in the lighthouse. That's changed. That's updated, in fact. Cool. I don't know why that's suddenly become a thing, but there we go. Let's find out how it works.
You cannot do this, Algernon. You swore that we would give up our commands when this horrific war was over.
Our people need our leadership. If you're unwilling, leave.
Our people must rebuild, and we must help unite them.
So, we did not fight for freedom, but to conquer this land and our own.
We fought to win, and now the Evenuris are as gods. I do not answer to Mythal's annoying lapdog.
The people are afraid. They must believe in something.
They need strength.
And wisdom.
They need gods who can protect them.
We are not gods. You will learn that.
Every lapdog hides a wolf inside.
Wait, but Mythal was having a go at Solas as well? That's, interesting.
That was strange. They were speaking Elven, but I understood it.
I believe we have experienced a memory in each of our native languages.
Not just any memory. One of the Dread Wolves.
And the mages who declared themselves my gods. Well, mine and Davrin's.
What, does this get this? I'm sorry. It was a bit of a letdown. I'm sorry.
That can't be easy, Balara.
It was so mundane. Nothing grand or cosmic. No setting fire to the sun, just talking, politics. I wish they were monsters. Something grand and terrible. Seeing them like that, they're no better than Tevinter nobles.
But no worse, either. They were people. And people can let you down.
All right. What else can we take from this memory?
Elgranon was hungry for power. Did anything he could to get it, and to hold on to it.
Then Solas, furious at Elganon's installing himself as a despot, started his rebellion.
There's another moving part in this. Mythal. She was keeping the peace.
Yeah.
Mythal and Solas were close. The Inquisition found a temple to Mythal, and there were wolf statues everywhere.
Then she sides with Elgranon over him. A betrayal.
No wonder he was angry. I see Mythal's reasons.
I think I get where Mythal is coming from.
Really?
You've just finished some big war. Everyone is exhausted, and now Elgranon won't give up power. If Mythal sided with Solas, would Elgranon have backed down?
Not a chance.
It would have led to another war. Mythal tried to keep the peace.
And Solas must see that, but still can't accept that she chose peaceful politics over his ideals.
Perhaps these murals aren't simply memories. They're what Solas wishes to forget.
His regrets. That means they're a way to learn his weak points.
Why are we worried about Solas? He's trapped.
Right. But the Dread Wolf was the god of trickery. He's looking for a way out. Bet on it.
Meanwhile, keep your eyes open in the crossroads. If there's a way to restore the rest of these murals, Solas would have kept it in his hideaway. It'd be nice to get inside his head for a change.
Witness the first memory of Fen'Harel. So... no, still view a memory in the lighthouse. View regret. I'm hoping these aren't clues on ways to talk him down.
I was not certain you would come.
You were the one who walked away. I never turn my back when my friend needs me.
The Evenuris seek the magic of the Blight.
Impossible. The Blight is safely sealed away forever.
Though I wish I could believe you, I have sensed the breaking of the wards.
I will investigate your claims. If they forget the danger of the Blight, I will endeavor to remind them.
What if, instead, you left the Evenuris and remained with me? Do you not wish for freedom from this struggle?
Be at peace, love. I will stop them.
Dude, Mythal is nowhere near as cool
The Blight is our mistake.
as she was made out to be. Hence why all the wolf statues are howling. Because it's not nice, is it?
Did Mythal call Solas love in that memory?
That's what it sounded like.
So they were doing it.
The elven gods were free with their emotions. They felt things deeply. The way they express things, well, it feels romantic to us, but that wasn't really how it was. Back then, I mean.
Nah, they were doing it.
Oh yes, obviously.
Oh, they were absolutely doing it.
Being with someone you're rebelling against? Doesn't sound like Solas.
He also met her in secret and talked about how they could run off together.
It sounded so tragic and romantic.
Oh, wait. Never mind. That does sound like him.
So the Dread Wolf goes to Mythal. They might be fighting, but they have history.
And he warns her about the other gods using the Blight. That's more important than his rebellion. It's like kingdoms coming together when an archdemon rises.
Mythal didn't think it was possible. She said the Blight was sealed away. There's an old legend about it. Davrin, the one with Andrul's armor. Not sure it matters.
Tell us the story.
We are deep in elven lore already. What's the legend say?
Right. Well, Andrul was the goddess of the hunt. She put on armor, magic armor, made of something called the Void. Drove her mad.
I remember this one. The other gods were afraid Andrul would turn on them. She was doing all kinds of horrible things, causing plagues. It does sound like the Blight.
Well, it all ends with Mythal fighting Andrul. After, Mythal turned into a dragon.
She what? Why didn't you start with that?
Anyway, she took Andrul's armor away. Then Andrul's madness left, and peace returned.
Intriguing. So it's possible Andrul stumbled onto the magic of the Blight.
And when Andrul went mad, Mythal took it from her and locked it away.
Until someone started using it again.
Solas felt guilty, Solas was smug, Solas was worried. Solas was smug.
If there's one thing Solas loves, it's telling people they were wrong. And here he's got the perfect opportunity. Oh, Mythal, you thought your fellow gods were so great. If only you were as smart as me.
He got her attention. She definitely seemed angry at the end.
So Mythal goes off to investigate what Solas says. Then, what? It's too clean.
Seems plenty messy with them doing it.
But this isn't just a memory. It's something Solas wanted to hide. What's the crime? What did we see here that he feels guilty about?
I think I might know. When the Inquisitor was saving the world from the breach, she met Mythal.
What? Like in a dream?
It was complicated. She helped the Inquisition. There was a magic pond and a dragon.
Nice.
The point is, she also said the other elven gods betrayed her, killed her.
What do we mean by killed?
Okay, sorry. Point of order. If they killed Mythal, how was she still around to help the Inquisition?
Elven god magic? She'd spent centuries gathering strength and sharing people's bodies, I think.
If it was a truly benign possession, that speaks to her character.
The one good god got killed.
Solas goes to Mythal, the one semi-reasonable elven god, for help, and the other gods kill her for it. I imagine the Dreadwolf's rebellion heated up significantly after that.
Right. And Mythal wasn't there to keep the other gods in check anymore.
Well, it's not just that she died.
What do you mean, Tosh?
It's... Ugh. There was stuff he wanted to tell her, but he waited too long, and then she was dead. He never got to make it right. That twists you up.
That's it. There's our crime.
Doesn't really tell us anything we can use, though.
We know more than we did. That's something.
Then I guess we keep our eyes open if we come across more of these memories.
I'm so glad these wolf statues have a purpose. Witness the second memory of Fen'Harel. I'm liking this. I'm also liking how each of our squad has their own input.
You dare to try to cage us, jealous of our growing power!
You will pay the final price for this betrayal.
We warned you not to use the Blight. For this, and for Mythal, I sentence you to sleep in exile ever after. Your own lives will form the veil that keeps the horror you unleashed at bay.
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 and the Blight. But there were more than 9 Evanuris.
So he locked the gods away and created a veil between this world and the Fade. I mean, they were terrible, no question. But what he did, it didn't just stop them. It destroyed our culture, our world.
It wasn't just to stop them. It was to stop the Blight. We've seen how bad Elganon and Gillenane are. Imagine all 7 corrupted gods running wild.
So he created the veil just to keep the elven gods locked in their prison?
Yes, to keep them from accessing the Fade. But was the creation of the veil around the world an accident?
You heard him yelling. That's not the sound of a ritual going right.
What do you think, Rook?
Innocent people died. He was fighting tyrants. It's not just us panicking. It makes innocent people died.
When I joined the Shadow Dragons, the first thing they told me was to remember why we were fighting. We protect those who couldn't protect themselves. You don't start fights that could endanger bystanders. I know Solas had to stop the gods, but a lot of innocent people died because of his big flashy trap.
Fair odds he agrees with you. That's why he's ashamed of this memory.
I had another question, and I'm sorry, maybe this doesn't matter, but Solas trapped the blighted gods in an ancient elven building, right?
That's what it looks like. Maybe a palace? Fancier than what I've seen in Arlethan, at least.
And then, the Magisters were lured into the Fade. They broke in, which let the Blight escape, and turned the Golden City black.
Right, and the Black City hangs in the Fade, a little reminder of their mistakes.
It's the same building.
What's wrong, Lace?
It's just... the Chant of Light says that the Maker built for them the Golden City, the center of all creation. But if the Golden City was an ancient elven palace, then the Maker didn't build it. The elves did. The Chant of Light is Andraste's visions from the Maker, but it sounds like it's wrong.
You're asking if we just disproved the entire Andrastian faith.
Did we?
I still believe in the Maker. Confirm continued belief in the Maker. Don't let this shake you. Speak as someone who does not believe in the Maker. That's not our problem. Put aside questions of the Maker. I believe this hurts me too. Share Harling's belief and anxiety at learning this. So this is where we establish our religion. Like fucking 80 hours in. I believe this hurts me too. Share Harding's belief and anxiety at learning this. I'm sorry this hurts. Speak as someone who does not believe in the Maker. The lessons are what matter. Do not give a personal view regarding belief in the Maker. I still believe in the Maker.
I believed in the Maker too, Lace. I still do. I don't think you have to give it up.
It's the idea.
But what they taught us was just wrong. What if the Maker just doesn't exist?
Then
The Chant of Light might be wrong, but it's been made and changed by people over 1,000 years.
There was a whole verse about an elf named Shartan, and the Chantry just cut it out.
So maybe the Golden City was meant as a metaphor, or maybe it was added because of politics. That might change the history, but it doesn't have to change your whole faith.
The Dalish clans are struggling with the same thing. What do we keep? What do we lose?
The elven gods, the Maker. No matter who you light a candle to, you've got some hard questions to ask yourself right now.
Doctrine is not the truth. It is one of many paths to the truth.
I recognize the sentiment, though not the specific quote. Who said that?
My mother.
Ah.
Questions of faith aside, we have some very real gods that still need killing.
Looks like there are 3 more of these murals with the Dreadwolf's old memories. Wonder what else he's hiding.
I like these discussions on the plot. Especially because it's like 10 random guys. So there are 6 altogether. I don't think I've got all 6. Earth-shattering, this shit. Earth-shattering.
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I have the Fade. Besides, this talk of taking on a solid form. I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
Delirium gives us the strength we had when we were of the Fade. We are the best of physical and spirit. I need your wisdom, Solas. To withstand the louder voices who would go too
Dude,
far
Mythal's
like
a
Elganon.
bitch.
I need you.
This is madness. You must know that. I will always follow where you go.
Mythal's a bitch, and Solas needs to grow a spine. Or has grown a spine several thousand years too late.
This is astounding. The ancient elves were spirits who voluntarily manifested a physical form.
I'd rather go back to talking about the Blight.
Hey, Lucanus. Could Spite turn into an elf?
No.
Sorry, but... what?
Yeah, I'm with you, Balara. This is interesting. Okay, is that useful? Yeah, I'm with you, Balara.
This is... I don't even know what this is. And I'm not even an elf. I can't imagine what you and Davern must be feeling.
It's fine.
It's not fine.
We're spirits. What does this even mean? Could I accidentally banish myself?
To be clear, this memory only shows that the first elves originated from spirits. Balara, you and Davron are no more spirits than anyone else conceived naturally.
Conceived naturally? Guess I'll go ask my mother.
The knowledge that an entire people were formed from a mass manifestation could change our entire understanding of magic.
If we let it out, is that the right call? Do you want bigoted humans yelling about how elves are demons?
Davron's got a point. World's not short on small-minded humans.
I don't want to cause harm. Nobody would buy it. I don't want to hurt anyone. Yeah.
If the world learned about this, and it led to attacks against elves...
Elves have enough trouble as it is down in Ferelden.
We have to tell someone, though. Strife and Irulan, at least.
If I told Thea and Viago, they'd think I was sampling Viago's poison collection. No one would believe us.
Okay. We keep this to people we trust who have good reason to know. No shouting it from the rooftops.
Agreed. The Morn Watch has a great deal of experience keeping dangerous secrets.
So, beyond the world-shaking stuff, what else did we learn here? Solas himself was a spirit.
What kind do you think he was?
Well, his name is Elven for pride.
Oh, okay.
There's something else. Not about spirits, or not all about them at least. Solas didn't want to become a person with a physical body.
Right. He only agreed after Mythal begged him.
Yep. Then that's his regret. He wishes he'd never taken physical form.
Maybe, but not just that. Solas was scared. They built their bodies out of lyrium, and it made the ground shake.
Yeah, this is the bit that they hurt the Titans.
Lyrium is the blood of the Titans.
The Titans would have felt it as an attack. They defended themselves.
The first memory we saw, with Elgranon seizing power, it happened at the end of a war.
A war between the Titans and the elves.
Lace, I'm so sorry.
It feels like we still don't have the full picture. But I think that's part of what Solas regrets. He didn't see the danger.
This is just confirming
Except
stuff.
he did. He was worried. You said it yourself.
That we already kind of
knew.
knew.
Mythal. Everything that followed, he could have prevented if he just told her no.
Then he's got a war on his conscience. Plus, whatever we find next.
Yeah. I don't know how many memories that we're gonna get. I have another memory? Really? Am I not running out of places for murals? This is all world-shattering.
Have you created what we need?
With this, the proper ritual will sunder every Titan from its spirit. But you must know those severed dreams will certainly be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger.
Yep, that's what I thought was going to happen.
It's awful what we're doing.
And the only way to end this war.
He didn't want to do it. So the Titan's dreams are the blight, right?
Solas made the weapon that killed the Titans. No, not killed. He cut away their dreams and left them broken and mindless. He passed me in the halls of Skyhold for a year. He made polite conversation, and he knew. He knew what he did.
How could he do that? How like him? No wonder he feels guilty. I'm sorry.
I don't know what to say, Lace. I can't even imagine. I am so sorry.
He gave them like a magical
lobotomy. In the Inquisition. I know terrible things happen in war. But to do something like this...
The Titans were the size of mountains. I doubt the elves were winning their fight. He considered this the cost of saving his people.
Fear and guilt make people do stupid things.
To do such a thing. No wonder regret eats away at Solas.
No, it's worse than that. That isn't what Solas regrets. Those severed dreams will be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger.
Mierda.
You can't. That's not possible.
When a warden hears the calling, it's like a song in their mind. Sound familiar to you, Lace?
The song of lyrium. Of the Titans.
We think of the Blight as this monstrous force with no mercy, no compassion. Evil incarnate. Instead, it's a caged animal. Mistreated and imprisoned for centuries. Until all it knows is fear.
Solas is a hypocrite. What about Darkspawn? Can we fix the Blight? Can we fix the Blight?
If the Blight is the Titan's dreams, can we, I don't know, heal it? Bring it back from all that anger?
I'm afraid I have no idea. In theory, it would be possible to restore dreams to the Titans.
You can't set it free before it's healed. You'd have blighted Titans laying waste to the entire world.
Yeah.
The Titans are a problem for later. We have Elgranon and Gillanane to deal with now.
And then I want Solas to look me in the eye and answer for what he did.
Each of these memories has been a deeper regret, and almost all of them involve Mythal.
Only one mural left to uncover by my count. If we find it, we'll see what's worse than this.
Dude, I never thought it was that bad. I knew he'd done something to the Titans. I didn't think it was this fucking bad. So, again, just to clarify, the Blight is the result of a magical lobotomy on a stone god. They stole the world. So this is where he kills Mythal, right? This is where he's going to kill Mythal.
I knew that you would find me soon enough. You need the power of a god. The strength that I alone still carry.
The blighted Evenuris will soon break free from their prison. I must make a stronger one that can contain them.
While the prison is important, it is not the only goal you seek.
Why should I not tear down the veil and bring back immortality to all the elven people? They deserve it.
The elven people of today do not deserve to see the world they love be torn apart to salve your conscience.
I must fix what I have broken. I am sorry.
As am I, old friend.
But that's Flemeth he's killing there. So I guess they had another conversation that wasn't involving Flemeth in Dragon Age Inquisition.
Solas killed Mythal? After all that? Is this another memory from a different time?
No. He wore that same outfit in the Inquisition. We knew Solas woke up in this world without most of his power. Now we know how he got it back.
By killing the only other god around and stealing her power.
All that epic magic and godly power. In the end, it comes down to love and murder. Same as always.
He loved her and blamed her. He needs to be right. And all that gets us. He needs to be right.
All these memories are about Solas being sad that he was right and nobody else could see it. He was right about how becoming elves would lead to war with the Titans, but Mythal wouldn't listen.
He was right that using the dagger on the Titans was evil, but Mythal wouldn't listen.
He was so proud when he imprisoned the other gods. Finally, he got to prove that he was right and they were wrong.
Then he wakes up in our time and finds out he was wrong. The elves have nothing. The Blight's a constant threat.
And Mythal's alive, somehow. But she still won't listen.
But this time, he'll show her. No matter what it takes.
So, how does everything we know help us now?
He's being honest about fighting the Blight. Whatever happens, he won't risk letting it back out into the world.
Agreed. But he has a plan to escape that prison, and not one we'll like.
He turned on Mythal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created the veil. His very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mythal has him all messed up. Anything about her or Elgernon is gonna make him angry. Sloppy.
Solas thinks he knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
He's wrong but not evil. He's smart but we know him. That works for now. He's wrong but not evil.
Solas has caused a lot of damage, but he's not like Elgernon trying to wreck the world to rule it. He's trying to repair the damage he caused, and he knows he's made mistakes. There might be hope for him.
You don't think he'll turn on us?
No, he's totally gonna turn on us. I mean, after that.
You have witnessed the Protector's tale, Dweller, almost to its end.
Almost? How can there be more?
When the mighty fall, their echoes cross the ages. An audience is warranted. Speak with your visitor. She awaits you in the crossroads.
Meet Morrigan in the crossroads. Oh my god. Everyone approves. I'm sure you all approve. Map. Journal. Meet Morrigan in the crossroads. Recommended level 5 through 40. Well, I am level 32, so whatever we meet Morrigan in the crossroads for, it's gonna fucking suck. But we got all the statues. Let's take... Applies weaken, detonate sundered. Applies sundered, yeah. Someone who knew her, and someone who... Again, we still have Morrigan telling me about elven culture, which annoyed me in Inquisition. Annoying me even more now.
Well met, Rook.
Hello.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Eluvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Eluvians in general, yes, but not the Dreadwolf's Crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solas and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solas spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait, how do you know exactly what we saw of Solas's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dreadwolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
Something about spirits?
So, if Mythal was originally a spirit, maybe that's how she survived her body's death.
Very good. Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit, she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solas. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
I knew your magic was off.
You're Mythal? That's why the ambient magic around you is so fractured.
Such a flattering picture you paint of this ancient bond.
What? That was like how Elgernon and Gillinan can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
I suspect you have questions. How do you and Solas get along?
You would have met Solas in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories. At the time, I thought Solas a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
Why aren't you elven?
How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
Can you help against the gods?
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elganon? Or Solas?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solas?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right.
How did this all happen?
So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
Sounds terrifying.
I don't think I'd recover from that.
Neither did I, at the start. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mythal's and of those who bore her.
I'd like to move on.
You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes, the Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solas?
What do you?
I should ask you. Mythal knew Solas better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way but that.
Yeah, I figured.
Even had I the power. What has passed between Solas and Mythal, I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
Trapped, I feel sorry for him. He's trying to help. He's torn but doesn't know it. He's a self-pitying monster. He's torn but doesn't know it.
Solas talks a lot about what has to be done, being forced to make hard choices. But it's like he's trying to talk himself into it. I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
'Tis exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. 'Tis not malice which made Solas your opponent, but conviction. A belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solas was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
Maybe this can end okay? Nope.
Maybe there's a way we all get what we want.
Do you truly believe such a thing?
Well, maybe at least what we deserve.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solas recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Survive the... There are two Mythals?
Another fragment of Mythal? In addition to the one inside you?
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
Survive the encounter?
All of that sounded great until survive the encounter.
You know Solas, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits
I'm gonna have to talk
are.
her down, aren't I?
The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient.
I don't think I'm ready to talk to a
This
god.
younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
Shit.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Ghilanane, or against the Dreadwolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
Any suggestions?
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
Could you talk to her?
You would know this aspect of Mythal better than anyone. Could you try talking to her?
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other?
Spirits, certainly. But the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages? One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanuris, and then by Solas, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury. The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries. Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mythal like being wrong.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to... Oh god, I'm gonna have to talk her down. About types of spirits.
What kind of spirit was Mythal before she became an elf? I know Solas is elven for pride.
Mythal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with Elganon. The emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence, a guiding hand inclined to kindness. But like any spirit, when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mythal's benevolence gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
Yeah, this is some righteous indignation shit. I don't think I'm going to be able to talk her down, but it's worth a go. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you for the information, Morgan.
I only ask that you reflect upon what I have said. The Dreadwolf is not so apart from the world as he thinks. There, you have the advantage of him.
Don't know if I want to go down there. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go down there, brothers. By the Dreadwolf! Also, none of my squad mates are ever present for these conversations. I'm beginning to find that irritating. So I'm just going to head back into the Eluvians so I can save it.